Okay, folks, here we go at the last section. We will look at sections 8 and 10. And let me turn my tunes down here. So, section 8 is factoring trinomials. Go a little bit faster, I think, in this case, because this should be familiar to us, too. So, notice here up above, we'll do problem number 11, since 12 is a non-factorable in this case. So, for number 11, you'll notice that the a number now is not just a 1. So here's where we need to add to this X box work that we do. We'll have to add that 4 square box, as you might recall. And that has to happen every time there's a number here in front, unless we can divide everything by that number. But notice the 3 kind of throws a monkey wrench into that plan. So, again, the process. Grab a colored marker here. It's the a number times the c number, so it looks like we have negative 28 on top, a negative 3 on the bottom. And with a little thought, I think we notice that the numbers 7 and 4 are 3 units apart, and if I want the 3 to be negative when I add the 2 together, the 7 must be the guy that's negative. So those numbers are the ones that go here in the boxes, and again, left or right, completely your choice. Don't forget to add the letter involved. Normally it's X, but today it's an N. And then copy into this particular square the first term, and copy into the bottom box the last term. You can do those in various order there, of course. And then as we go through, our idea here is to factor vertically all the way through. So as we do that, go to red here, we see that there's a 7 factor involved here. Whoops, let's make that a pen, not a highlighter. A 7 there and a 2n here. Notice the symbol is a minus sign, so we'll throw a minus right up there. And then as I factor sideways, and again, let me kind of show you how that should work. You're looking this direction and this direction. And as we do so, I see on the bottom here we have a common factor of 2. Oops, forgot to change back to pen again. Common factor of 2 and common factor of n. My symbol here in front of my 4 is positive, so that must be a plus sign right there. And then reorganizing our final answer here, 2n minus 7, n plus 2. Make that plus sign look more plusy. All right? Section 10 is putting it all together. So for section 10, let's see if we can see what's going on here. There we go. We have a 3t cubed minus 27t. So this putting it all together kind of combines almost anything and everything we've seen before. Noticing here each divides by 3, and each also has a t involved. And when I so we're first factoring out a GCF. That is usually the first thing you want to try to do if you can. We end up with t squared minus, let me think here, 9, right? And notice, oh ho, this is something we've seen before in a prior step here too. This is the difference of 2 things squared. So this actually does factor into something quite simple, as you might recall from earlier work on the video. T plus 3 times t minus 3. And I won't bother drawing the box around or drawing a pretty little flower. You know the drill. So that's it. So for these 3 videos that you've seen now, you've had an example of each of those sections. The homework practice was to pick 5 or 6 from each of the Roman numeral sections and do those. Usually you'll need separate paper for those. There's not a ton of room on your page. This is exactly what I'll be asking you to do for your summative come next week, Tuesday. Thanks. Have a good day. We will see you tomorrow.